Pirates once roamed this region.
So much treasure.
Welcome to the dead end. You belong to us now. Where's me rum?
Are you ready now?
Today, many are increasingly finding treasure of a different kind on this Florida Gulf Coast city. So many things to do for the active lifestyle, culture, entertainment, a downtown on a river, sports, the country's top-rated beaches within an hour's drive. So whether you are coming here to visit or to live, we'll show you what's new and what's coming in Tampa 2025.
Welcome to Tampa, guys.
In this video, we'll show you Gasparilla, the pirate invasion, as well as 3 parades. We'll give you a tour along the gorgeous Tampa Riverwalk and Bayshore Boulevard. Travel along the Franklin Street Mall. Explore all the ways of enjoying the waterfront of downtown, from renting a mini boat, a retro boat, hopping on the pirate water taxi, or taking the Cross Bay Ferry to St. Pete. Tampa has been on an amazing climb for over a decade now, with its ever-improving downtown. We'll show the hotels, restaurants, and condos of the new Tampa Water Street district, with Phase 1 now completed and Phase 2 well underway. Next to Water Street, we'll take you inside of Sparkman Wharf, located next to Tampa's cruise port, which is increasingly attracting more cruise ships. We'll show some of Tampa's Cuban history as we take you to Ybor City and watch the Santiago Night Parade, part of Gasparilla. And now, soon to be linking Ybor City with Tampa's downtown, is the new Gasworks redevelopment. Could the Tampa Bay Rays' new stadium be part of this new development? Speaking of the Rays, we'll take you inside where the Rays will be playing in 2025, George Steinbrenner Field. And we'll end with the Savannah Bananas,
The greatest show in sport.
playing the first baseball game ever at Raymond James Stadium before 65,000 fans. So put on your dancing shoes. Get ready to catch some beats, as we'll show you how to have fun in the city by the bay.
Tampa's my favorite place ever. It's amazing.
It's sunrise over Amalie Arena and Tampa Water Street. A few words for those considering moving to Tampa. The growth has been accelerating, coming off another good year, despite facing a potential catastrophic storm. With an average 246 days of sunshine per year, mild winters, surrounded by palm trees, it has become an attractive place to live. More and more people are moving into Tampa Bay, and specifically into downtown, as it has transformed into a place that is pedestrian-friendly, where people work, live, and play. In 2024, the Tampa Bay area averaged 170 net new people per day, which says not many people are moving out once they move here. With its business-friendly environment, a subtropical climate, and no state income tax, more companies are expanding and relocating to the Tampa Bay area. Now, yes, that does mean more traffic, but it also means a strong local economy, more jobs, more things to do, more restaurants, entertainment, and as you see, a more vibrant downtown. Oh, there's always a downside to a fastly growing community. A price for living in paradise has been insurance. Both home and car insurance have greatly increased. But the net migration suggests the upside outweighs the downside. To those who can't afford it, living in downtown Tampa is pretty sweet. With so much to do, you'll never be bored. With a lively downtown and one of the best riverwalks in the country. And now, with many high-rise condos to choose from. And more coming. The new Tampa Pendry Hotel and Residences, opening in early 2027, will bring new restaurants to the Riverwalk and modernize the skyline.
It'll be a 5-star hotel that'll feature 220 rooms and more than 200 condominiums. And the mayor says there are sure to be more announcements like this in the coming years.
Businesses are moving here, restaurants are moving, families. Tampa is the place to be.
As far as the traffic, in driving in other metro areas, I do not find it nearly as bad as Miami or Atlanta. Hopefully, the congestion in driving between Tampa and St. Pete will ease a little with the new span of the Howard Franklin Bridge opening just as we are posting this video. It will still have the 4 general lanes in each direction, but adding 4 express lanes in each direction now. The existing southbound bridge will be the northbound lanes, and the northbound bridge will be demolished, and there will be a pedestrian bike path. So you'll be able to bike between Tampa and St. Pete. Another downside of living here tends to come between mid-August and mid-October.
You look at this system and I don't even have words to describe it. I mean, it is about as strong of a hurricane as you will ever see.
In 2024, Milton was a Cat 5 hurricane, aiming right towards the mouth of Tampa Bay.
Everybody is absolutely just scared to death from this, as we should be. If you get a 180-mile-an-hour wind storm coming in, I don't even know what to say. It's never happened. And it's not going to happen this time either.
Fortunately, as has happened before, Milton turned to the south. Tampa had very limited damage, so not going to talk much about that here, as we did recent update videos of the surrounding beaches where there was much more damage, including blowing the top off of Tropicana Field, which has caused the Tampa Bay Rays to move to Tampa, at least temporarily for this year, to George Steinbrenner Field, the spring home of the New York Yankees. If you are visiting Tampa during March, you can see spring training games here, or from April to September, see their minor league team, the Tampa Tarpons, play. And now this year, and possibly next year, the Rays. With a capacity of just 11,000 seats, hey, maybe the Rays could sell out some games. Because of the lower capacity, the ticket prices have increased, which many fans are not happy about. Due to the hot summers here, they are scheduling a lot of the home games early in the season. And during the humid summers, the Rays will be mostly on the road. They will move back to Tropicana Field once it's repaired, but the lease ends in 2028. There was a plan to build a new stadium there, but the Rays just backed out of that. And we'll show later in the video, the spot they had considered building in Ybor City might be back on the table now. We'll end the video across the street to see the first baseball game played at Raymond James Stadium, so perhaps that could be a temporary home too for a few games. For now, let's take you on the Riverwalk. In the center of downtown Tampa, a couple of blocks east of the Riverwalk, is Franklin Street Mall. Right next to the Hilton here is a nice brick courtyard with a waterfall surrounded by trees. It is here Visit Tampa Bay is at. I'd recommend to step into at the beginning of your Tampa Bay vacation. You can get good info not only of Tampa, but St. Petersburg and Clearwater Beach as well. Further up Franklin Street, at Kennedy, is Moxie's Cafe, a good place for breakfast, coffee, and smoothies. There's Gaslamp Square Park. Also now a taco bus here, a small chain we have recommended. And the Dio Modern Mediterranean Restaurant. Also, the historic Tampa Theater, built in 1926, shows a range of independent foreign and documentary films. At Cass Street, another good place for coffee is Nosy Goat Coffee, a couple of blocks from the Riverwalk. They have more options for pastries, bowls, and breakfast items. Next to it is City Bike, where you can rent a bike. We start with a latte at Buddy Brew, a Tampa small chain coffee company. Armature Works is one of the most unique food markets you'll see, a must visit on your trip to Tampa. It's set in the Tampa Heights district, just on the edge of downtown, the northern end of the Riverwalk. Tampa Heights is one of the many formerly run-down neighborhoods that the city has redeveloped and repurposed into a mixed-use residential and entertainment district, something that Tampa has been doing successfully these last 15 years. The Riverwalk is a 2.6-mile trail that travels along the Hillsborough River here, and then along the Garrison Channel, behind the Marriott Water Street and Amalie Arena, and ending near Sparkman Wharf. But really, you still have a sidewalk that goes further down to the cruise port, the aquarium, and along the Channelside District. For another mile, all the way to the Selman Expressway, to the Gasworks Ybor City area, we'll talk about later, so you could make it a 3.5-mile trail. There's a good place to park that people don't seem to be aware of around the Barrymore Hotel, the north side of the Straz Center. There's street parking that is about $2 to $3 an hour, but so convenient right on the Riverwalk. If those spots are filled up, there's also the William Poe Garage near Curtis Hickson Park. I always recommend these Kurgel G-Train dog backpacks. You have 2 compartments. I put Bailey in the regular compartment and put my other stuff in the dog compartment, and let Bailey's paws hang out the side because the center of gravity is better as she's closer to my body, and she seems to enjoy that more. I put a link in the description below. You can take a 2-hour tour of the Riverwalk with rideables on these animal-shaped scooters. It is $79 for adults or $29 for children 2 to 11. We arrive at Curtis Hickson Park, where the Tampa Museum of Art and Glacier Children's Museum is at. This is the dog-friendly waterfront park where a lot of your festivals are at. In late November to early January is the Winter Village, where they have an ice skating rink here. And near St. Patrick's Day, they have River O'Green, where the Hillsborough River turns green. There's a wine and food festival in April. There's just always something going on here. Across the river is the University of Tampa. This Riverwalk really lights up at night with colored lighting. You get some of the best views on the Pirate Water Taxi, which is a good way to move around downtown, with 16 stops along the river and the channel, from Armature Works to Sparkman Wharf. For a hop-on, hop-off day pass, it is $34 for adults, $24 for children 2 through 12. We continue under the Selman Expressway bridges, in the Platt Street Bridge. Again, very beautiful at night. We enter the convention center area, which is where the Gasparilla pirate invasion happens.
Where's the mayor? Where's dog?
Mayor Jane Castor told Gasparilla Pirates today, quote, "If Hurricanes Helene and Milton can't flatten Tampa, you scallywags can't." Pirates demand that the mayor hand them the key to the city, and when it's refused, Tampa suffers the consequences.
Tampa has had 106 Gasparilla festivals. First started in 1904. It is named for Jose Gaspar, a mythical 18th century pirate. Gasparilla takes place with many events over a course of a month, but the biggest is the pirate invasion on the last Saturday of January. Over 300,000 festive people gather along the bridges on Harbor Island and Davis Island to view this, the country's largest boat parade, as the Jose Gaspar II and over 750 other boats sail up the channel. There's Yacht Starship, which has 4 yachts. This is their biggest one. They offer dinner cruises in Tampa and Clearwater Beach that range anywhere from $60 to $90. The new Craft River Cruise, with a 2-hour brunch, lunch, and dinner cruises in a low-profile boat that allows it to sail up the Hillsborough River, ranges from $65 to $85. The Lost Pearl, with pirate-themed cruises. And there's the Tampa Bay Fun Boat, with 90-minute sightseeing tours, $25 for adults, $12 for children 3 to 12. The Jose Gaspar II, with 3 masts, 100 feet high, filled with gun-toting pirates, known as Ye Mystic Crew of Gasparilla. It sails to the convention center, where they then demand the keys to the city from the mayor.
The Gasparilla Pirates, the Mystic Crew of Gasparilla, they have taken over the city of Tampa. They have received the key to the city.
This area, immediately around the pirate ship docks, you have to purchase VIP tickets, but everywhere else is free. After the boat invasion, people head across the river to Bayshore Boulevard, where a parade takes place, as people on floats throw beads to the begging crowd. Be aware, you will probably do a lot of walking for these parades. There is a free trolley that will take you further down on Bayshore Boulevard. There's plenty of food vendors. You never know what you'll see. Why, there's Zacchaeus in the tree. Was Bailey's first Gasparilla, and she got a lot of love. A week before the pirate invasion is the Children's Parade. And both before and after that parade, you have an air invasion with everything from vintage warplanes doing stunts, parachute jumpers, and there was a Coast Guard rescue demonstration.
The rescue swimmer is a critical part of the Coast Guard team.
And 2 weeks after the pirate invasion is a night parade in Ybor City. We'll show later in the video. The Convention Center Basin is where you can experience a variety of fun on the water. We are going to take you on a boat, but first let me show you around the marina and where to get some food. You have 3 hotels here, the Embassy Suites, where we went up the glass elevator. There's the Marriott Waterside, which has the Anchor and Brine on the back patio facing the channel. And the newest hotel is the JW Marriott, which opened in 2021. Here is the Drift Tight Steakhouse and a large bar in the atrium. And they also have this counter-serve burger place on the outside. It was real good, and rates very reasonable. Around the marina is Sail Plaza, a waterside patio bar with cocktails and bites in a chilled, dog-friendly atmosphere. And there's Big Ray's Fish Camp here as well. Another good counter-serve eatery.
Yeah, so our little green ones, you got the 99 horsepower on it. You're going anywhere from 8 to 12 miles an hour depending on weight. And then our retro ones right here, these ones are fully electric.
At Riverwalk Boating Company, you can rent these mini boats, or a retro boat, or a pontoon. And they are pet friendly. The mini boat is a 2-person gas-powered boat. It is $89 for an hour and 15 minutes, or $178 for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I really recommend the 2 hours. For much of the Hillsborough River, you are not allowed to go very fast. You can go from Armature Works to Amalie Arena, and about halfway down Davis Island. And they also have these electric 4-person retro boats, which is $149 for an hour and 15 minutes, or $298 for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Being electric, there's absolutely no noise. They are a little slower than the mini boats. This is just one of the best ways to experience downtown Tampa because you're allowed to go at your own pace. Now, if you do their pontoon rental, you can go up to Rick's on the river, which is just beyond Armature Works on the opposite side of the river. A great relaxed riverfront pub with raw oysters and classic bar bites. There's the Cross Bay Ferry, which takes you from the convention center to downtown St. Pete. It is $12 each way for adults, $10 for youth 5 to 18. Runs Wednesdays to Sundays. It used to be seasonal, but they just announced they will run year-round. And there's Cruisin' Tiki's with both public and private tours, as well as a 3-hour bar hop tiki cruise. For biking or running, in addition to the Riverwalk, you also have Bayshore Boulevard, which you can get to by walking or biking over the Platte Street Bridge. It is a 4.5-mile sidewalk, the longest continuous sidewalk in the U.S., and very scenic. On one side is Tampa Bay, and on the other side, gorgeous homes, with fitness stations along the way. But I'm pretty fit, so I'm just going to relax and enjoy the palm trees. As well as hosting 5 Super Bowls, Tampa has had 5 Stanley Cup Finals here at Amalie Arena, with the Tampa Bay Lightning winning 3 of them, and this year hosting the Women's Final Four for the 4th time. I think it's about time for the men's Final Four to come here as well. Thunder Alley here is a pretty lively place with tiki bars during an event. The Tampa Water Street District, a 10-year redevelopment, has really helped to make this a very walkable downtown. It started in 2017 and will be fully completed in 2027. Phase 1, which is the closest to the waterfront, is already completed. These lights are here year-round. There's always regular events. Some of the best places to eat are here. Many with sidewalk seating under gorgeous trees with many lights creates a nice intimate atmosphere. The Tampa Edition, a 5-star hotel. While you may not be able to afford to stay here, you can enjoy one of its restaurants, like The Market, with Italian Mediterranean food, located on the ground floor, where you can get some focaccia. Also, a wraparound coffee bar with French pastries. Next to the History Museum is the Columbia Cafe, part of the famous Columbia restaurant, we'll show in Ybor City in a bit. At the base of Heron Apartments is Three Corners Pizza with New York-style pies. And next to that, the Pearl, with comfortable seating on Water Street, across from Amalie Arena. At the base of the 1001 Tower, there's Bouillon Brasserie, with some of the most creative, tastiest, high-end French food you'll find. You gotta try their lobster pot pie. Around the corner is the Naked Farmer for good Florida farm-to-table food. And at the base of this Cora apartment tower is Predolina, another popular Mediterranean restaurant. With Phase 1 being complete, Phase 2 has already started. We'll be right here. We'll include more green spaces with open-air markets, mixed-use entertainment space.
Look at this right here. Another condo complex is going in, and this will expand the area. It will be the tallest building on the street. The new concept focuses on a social and fitness club. The second tower will also feature shops and green space on the ground floor. That green space will allow for open-air markets, outdoor concerts, and other activities.
Next to Water Street is the Channelside District. On the south side is the Port Tampa Bay Cruise Terminal number 2, located between the Florida Aquarium and Sparkman Wharf, which, like Armature Works, is another great food hall. But this is open air. These food venues creatively designed from shipping containers. A large green space on AstroTurf overlooking the channel. In the center is the Lighthouse Beer Garden. And also there's a bamboo bar, Tiki Social, and a Splitsville with entertainment and food. My Savannah banana friend here, Tate, having some unique food items from the Everglazed Chicken and Donuts. Looks very healthy. And there's a little dog park here that is just outside of Sparkman Wharf. On the other side of the aquarium is Cruise Terminal 3 for Carnival Cruise Lines to the right, and Terminal 6 to the left, where the Margaritaville at Sea just started serving Tampa. It will take you to Key West and Mexico. Also, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Lines have cruises out of Tampa. They all sail out the bay, under the Skyway Bridge, and into the Gulf. Let's take you to Ybor City. Now, to travel anywhere from the convention center to Ybor City, you can take the historic streetcars. They are absolutely free. They run about every 15 minutes. It takes about 25 minutes from end to end. Much of Tampa's cultural roots come from Cuba, and you can see that in the brick exteriors of converted cigar factories in Ybor City, known as the cigar capital of the world. Here, there's a vibrant nightlife with several clubs and good restaurants along 7th Avenue, a little like Bourbon Street in New Orleans, with the second-floor balconies. Central Ybor is a 2-story mall with a courtyard with food outlets and a 10-screen cinema. There's Bernini, an Italian restaurant, Fat Tuesdays, a rustic eatery and cocktail bar, the Bad Monkey, a military-themed sports bar, and the Double Decker, an Irish pub with karaoke. Gaspar's Grotto, a festive pirate-themed hangout, serving Latin grub, with 2 outdoor patio lounges, one of the most popular bars of Ybor, the restaurant patio here. On the corner, the Acropolis, a Greek restaurant with sidewalk seating. And the most famous restaurant, the Columbia, dates back to 1905, once the hangout of Santo Trafficante Sr. and other mobsters, highly rated for their food and drinks. We are here during the Santiago Night Parade, which happens in early February. Of the 3 Gasparilla parades, I think this has the most impressive floats. They are lighted up, and with vintage street lamps of Ybor City, it's impressive. So the strip of Ybor is about a mile northeast of the Channelside district and a mile and a half from where Phase 2 of Tampa Water Street is. In between that, Tampa is working on its newest redevelopment to connect Ybor to downtown, the Gasworks district. It will be centered around an old warehouse that will be repurposed into a food hall hangout and be surrounded by miles of walking and biking trails, green space, a hotel, and condos. And how about a new Tampa Bay Rays stadium? Well, in 2018, there was a plan on the table for a new stadium here, but it fell through. However, now, after the Rays have backed out of the St. Petersburg deal, and MLB has mentioned Ybor as a site they are favorable of, it would seem that a baseball stadium is something that could fit right in with this whole new development. We've seen how a new baseball stadium has brought life back to old neighborhoods. For example, Coors Field in Denver, and I think it could happen here too, as it would bring some much needed revitalization to Ybor. And with the railroad tracks here, likely this is where the new Brightline station would be, which would connect Tampa with Orlando and Miami. So this spot could be ideal. We'll certainly be keeping track of this new development now in our blogs and Tampa videos. And speaking of baseball, we end our video at Raymond James Stadium. Yes, the home of the football shake and bake Buccaneers. But we are here for the first baseball game to be played here. Yes, it can be done. Hint, hint to the Rays. And to a sellout crowd of 65,000 people. It's the Savannah Bananas versus the Party Animals. These are the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. They are very skilled players and very appreciative of the fans. In fact, it's all about the fans. The pregame festivities started 5 hours before the game as the players interact with everybody. And entertainers like Princess Potassium? And I think most of those 65,000 were there to the very end. It'll go from serious baseball to something wacky. They have many funny traditions they do, like the slowest race on earth, that is with babies, or dedicating a banana baby.
Banana baby!
Towards the end, they turn down the lights and sing Yellow. It's magical. To those that I see make negative comments about them on social media, the bananas, yes, are crazy and sometimes silly. But for the adults, they demonstrate a deeper message. Maybe we shouldn't always worry so much about what others think. To let loose, to enjoy life, to dance, and bring laughter to people. They bring families together. The kids are screaming with excitement. Also, they often visit children's hospitals before the game, and on this day, we're raising support for foster children. Thanks to one of our followers, Tate, who's with the Bananas, who allowed us to experience Banana Ball.
What do you think of Tampa?
Tampa's a beautiful city. It's a great place to see a river turn green.
Yeah, in the summers, it gets a little hot and humid, and sometimes in August and September, you hold your breath during hurricane season. But then, from November to May, you are reminded there's no better place to be. You take the good with the bad. If you have any questions on Tampa, let me know. Being I live here, have lots of knowledge of the area, but ask me the questions in the comments below. That way, everyone can benefit, and it helps our views. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Tampa. Well, we will continue our Florida West Coast hurricane update videos, as we'll be doing the Venice and Minnesota areas, and also Fort Myers with Sanibel and Captiva Islands. In the fall, a new video of the Florida Keys and Key West. Let me know some of the places you would like to see in the comments below. We are Tampa Aerial Media. While Tampa is our home base, we film travel promos across the USA for stock footage or to hire us to film your city, region, or travel-related business. Contact us at info@tampaaerialmedia.com. From the land of Buccaneers, I wish blessings to you wherever you may be.
Aha!
That was well done.
Aha, matey!